All right, we're going to take a look at Mason Humphrey's May 4th, 2014 assessment. This is him running full speed, followed by half speed, and we're going to take a look at the top and kind of work our way down as he takes off here. One thing I want you to notice is he keeps an extreme lean angle the whole time. At some point, his dry phase is over and he should start to stand up, but he does not do that. But first, we're going to start with his arms. His arms are actually in a good position. You want to keep them in an L shape, which his are, and you want to keep them driving up to the eye and the elbow driving back. Now, they are going up to his eye, however, he's bringing his head way down to kind of meet that. So I want his body to kind of end up getting more upright, and as it gets more upright, we want to bring that hand with it so that it doesn't stay down low. But all in all, his arm shape here looks good. Going forward a little bit more here, I'm going to stop about here, and you'll notice that his body is off axis. And what I mean by that is, if you notice the line in the center of his body, it should split his belly button and go up really between his eyes, and his whole entire head is on the other side of that line, which means that he's creating like an east-west motion, which is making him rock side to side to side with each particular stride. His head is actually almost above his leg, which you don't want. So we definitely need to get his posture correct and get his balance on point so that his body's in the right place. Going forward, we're going to stop him here. And now you'll notice his knee drive is just a fraction too low. It needs to be about 90 degrees. It's not very low, but it's just slightly low. And again, his lean angle, it's just still a little bit too much. He's coming up on 10 yards now, and for his age, his drive phase is pretty much about over. He should start to stand up a little bit more. You'll actually notice, kind of as he keeps continuing to go, even 10-15 yards, that he's still kind of dipping his head down. We want to get him out of that habit. Moving forward a little bit more here, we're going to take a look at his feet. Now, you want to strike on the ball of the foot, which he is doing. However, if you notice how severely off axis, offline his foot is, the purple line represents his foot, the green is the correct line, and this puts tremendous amount of pressure on the hip, knee, and ankle area, which can cause premature injuries. So besides slowing you down, it can cause problems, and we want to straighten that out from a health perspective and a speed perspective. And we'll take a look at this when we work with Mason. Taking a look at his vertical, he jumped a 14, which is pretty good. And all we're doing here is getting a baseline of his abilities so that we can track his progression and make sure that everything is on plane and on point with where it should be as he continues to go forward with his training. His broad jump, I believe he jumped a 4.5. That's 4 feet 5 inches. And these two exercises, the vertical and the broad jump, directly correlate to explosion and speed, especially first step speed, which is what you want to have almost in any sport. So these two areas we definitely want to kind of keep under a lot of scrutiny and watch him and make sure he advances in these categories. His lateral reps was 14, which is pretty good. His posture is pretty good. He's turning his foot out a little bit, but all in all, not bad at all. Good form, good posture there. You can tell he's a natural athlete. He just needs somebody to show him, how to move properly and how to do some of these things that he's never really been probably formally taught. We're going to take a look at his scores here. And he did really well. 19 push-ups, 40 sit-ups. His speed, 197 on a 10-yard, 328 on a 20, 6 seconds and a 40. And his vertical was 14. We went over that. And his flexibility is pretty good. If he put his tips on his toes, we like to put his palms on the floor, so we got some work to do there. But this is a great baseline for him, so we can take a look going forward. And I know in 3-4 months from now when we redo this, you're going to notice a tremendous change in his ability in just that amount of time.